Here comes a romantic braided look. Section 1 equals the front, 2 and 3 equals the sides. Section 4 equals 1 braid and 3 little ponytails in the back. That is your section 4. So shaping the front, working with the client, and really this is a feeling. You will develop a feeling. The more you work with long hair, you will know what you're going for, and you will learn to listen to your gut. So splitting that number 1 section, feeding through the fishtail braid, and just creating some interesting texture and future pieces to design with. So here on the side, I want to go for a tighter look and pushing that braid up to the top, getting very clean sides. This creates contrast. And when there's contrast, there's energy. If the sides were loose and the top was loose and the back was loose, well, then everything would be romantic. But when their sides are tighter, and you'll see I'm pulling on this braid to get the braid part tighter at the end so I can have some play here to flatten these sides out and just create more contrast. It's like when you wear black and white, there's contrast and you pop. So when you contrast romantic and soft with some smooth sections, it's just a little bit more interesting. Now pulling section 1 here to get it nice and piecey, getting the height the way that the client would like it. And just working and going with the flow. I am letting the hair speak to me. I'm not forcing it in a particular direction. It's never about exact placement. It's about balance, texture, and shape, not exact curl placement, because the hair speaks. From here, I check to see if she likes her front, sides, and height. Once I get her okay, I tell the bride, you can relax now, and I turn her away from the mirror so she can enjoy her phone, chat with bridesmaids, or relax. And now my full attention is on creativity. So that's one part of the side. That's section 2 from the left side. I'm just working to get a shape that I want, and I like to work clean. I like to get the other hair out of my way. So where my thumb is, that pin is going to scrape right across my thumb from underneath. Tuck that end in. Again, see my thumb? The pin is going to go right. You pin where you pinch. Get those out of my way. And now get this side fixed. Pull a little bit more length. Standing it up like the other side, pushing back and right under my fingers where I am holding it. A little hairpin there. Right under my thumb. So now I have that section 4, and that is the back end of section 1 right there in my hand. Just going to flip that over. And I was able to get lots of nice fullness there with 3 ends of those braids. That leaves that section 4, that fishtail braid. I don't need it to round out the look on the crown. I'll do something more creative with it later. pinning a good section of this braid into place right under my fingers, but not completing the design. I'm going to move to the other side to continue to keep balance. And this is where it's important to just play and shape and, move the hair around. You can see that I'm fairly aggressive. I don't have a problem moving the hair out of my way and making the hair work for me. The client already knows the shape, the texture, and the romantic look she's getting. She doesn't care what I do in the back. And getting that out of the way. Now again, I have the fishtail braid in the front and this entire section here. I call these the money pieces because I don't know exactly what I'm going to do with them yet. I'm checking for shape and balance, and I've got it. Here comes the fishtail braid. I decide to move it forward. Okay, this with the bride, and I say, hey, there's some cool texture. We got the other braids and then this fishtail braid. Let's move it forward to add a really interesting piece of texture in the front here. And when you present it in such a way that you're excited, they're going to be excited and say, yeah, go for it. So now what I'm seeing here is I want to create like something to bridge the gap between the curls on top and the long straight bottom. And I'm going to do a type of that look like a high ponytail kind of look. I want it to pop up and hang down and bridge the gap between the curls and the very straight bottom. So I am putting tease at the root, holding it up because I want it to like pop up and over. See? So with this last section, I'm going to make like a hair rat out of it. You can see it's a little bit more teased than the other parts, and it's going to fill in underneath that pop. So when the pieces come back down, they're going to sit on top of it and kick out in the way I envisioned it. The hard work is getting the bride to like the overall vision, but once she's satisfied, what I do in the back, how I can make her really special and unique. My clients were always excited to let me have a little creative freedom. Now I'm flipping this right through onto itself. I slowed that down, looped it, pulled the end right through the middle of the barrel curl, pinching those two pieces together, and I continue to find ways. Now I'm going to undo this little end here and I'm going to feed it higher because I have a space there that I want to fill in. And you're going to see here I'm going to pop it up a little bit higher. Distance equals length, so by dragging it up, now I make the end shorter. And I get that waterfall cascading look that I'm going for. And you can see the transition. It's so pretty. Again, checking for balance. And this is where I would give the bride the hand mirror and I would stand her up. I wouldn't spin her around on the chair. I wouldn't hand her the mirror and make her feel awkward in trying to figure out how to look at her own hair. I would stand her up. I would get her to look at the spot that I thought it was the most beautiful, so that when she looks through the mirror, it's the most beautiful section. It's all a head game, ladies and gents. Done. She's balanced with a cascading flow of curls blending into section 5. So what else could this hairstyle and sections create? Here's another option. Let's get those out of my way. Now I'm going to put in a ponytail here, but you can see that I'm dragging the bottom up, and I'm doing it and I'm pulling it looser because it's going to make this section pop off the head and not hang down. I don't want it to hang down. I want it to come off the head because it's so full on top. If it hung down straight, it wouldn't flow right. So here's another one coming through. Give a little fullness, flip it over, and just continue to get a lot of texture and fullness here. And you can see when I let go, it pops. It doesn't hang down. And you almost have an identical shape between the bottom and the top. And now I'm going to marry the two together with a pin. Got that elastic there. I'm going up into section 4 where those 3 little ponytails were, and I'm hooking it together. Let the ends down loose. Now, I'm going to take some of them away because it's a little too heavy and it's covering all the pretty design in the back. So I'm going to take some of those away, open up the back so that the pretty bottom shows. Everything I do has a reason, and when you begin to be confident and think through your updos, you're going to make confident design decisions. So it's balanced, it's pretty, it's romantic, it's high, it's just stunning. Thanks for watching.